609-2144. Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Make you catch us if you fit.
Beside me, oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am lucky one. I am lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am lucky one. Same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. So I am lucky one. I am lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am lucky one. I am lucky one. I am lucky one. I am lucky one.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya and Felicity Girgir.
Speedy Talk is a program for the youth where we talk about things that concern and affect the youth. And today's topic is one that almost every maybe student, corps member, apprentice, young worker, or anyone who has lived away from home might actually be able to relate to, and that is living with a roommate. What's your experience living with a roommate? What are the things people should understand before even sharing a room with someone? What are important things, or what lessons did you actually learn from living with a roommate? Living with a roommate can either become one of the best experiences of your life or one of the most frustrating. For many people, it's their first time sharing a room with someone they didn't grow up with. Suddenly we realize that not everybody was raised the same way. Some people are naturally neat, others leave clothes on the bed, shoes in the middle of the room, even plates under the bed, and still say the room is clean. Some people sleep early, others don't even start making phone calls until midnight. That is when someone is making phone calls on speaker. Some wake up at 5 a.m, switch on the lights because they are getting ready while the other person is still trying to sleep. And some people believe that if it's in the room, because everyone can actually use it, before you know it, your cream, your slippers, your perfume, charger, bucket, toothpaste, or even your food has become our own. There are roommates who borrow things and then even forget to return them. Some eat your food and promise to replace it. Oh, I'm just stepping out. When I come back now, roomie, I'll give it to you. But somehow they never do. Some invite friends over every single day, without even asking, because that's supposed to be like a normal thing. They are my friends, but what type of friends? Others play maybe even loud music videos different things. There are people who can talk on the phone for hours using speaker as if they are the only person in the room. Now, living together begins to reveal habits about people that they never even notice about themselves. At the same time, not every roommate experience is bad. Some roommates become like family. They remind you when you're forgetting something important. They help you maybe when you're broke, when you're sick, different things like that. But some people even become people you trust the most because of everything you've experienced together. So today, let's actually talk about that experience, because sometimes it goes bad and sometimes, well, it actually goes really good. So what's your experience living with a roommate? How was it like for you? You know, what are the things that you actually learned from there? If you actually to go to another place and even live with somebody, like how you will be able to navigate the whole situations. For some persons, that was the last time they just said, I would never live with a roommate again. But let us hear your own experience today. Now, you also can call in and be part of the show. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
What is your experience living with a roommate? Whether it was back then, you know, in school, or maybe it's even currently, because for some people it's currently, or maybe some time ago before you actually maybe got to your own place, different things you had to maybe share rent with someone. What was actually your experience? What did you learn? What are some of the things maybe you even had to tolerate? And then how did you survive anything that you had to survive? Or what was even the good part? Because it's not just the bad part. So I have Felicity and Wandoo here with me, my co-host, and we are going to be talking about this together. Feel free to call in at any point in time and be part of the show. Wandoo, have you lived with a roommate before?
Yes, I have. Living with a roommate can be sometimes so challenging. Yes, I lived with a roommate in university, my university days. So this lady, she brings her friends to the house, chat, talk, and me, I'm a cool-headed person.
Okay.
Yes, I'm just calm and cool. I don't like noise. I just prefer a cool home, a cool house where I can come back with
Quiet
last.
house.
Yes, a quiet house. But her on the other side, she's not like that. She prefers a lively place, a loud music, eat, play around, and even to wash plates, the plates they used to eat, they'll just leave it scattered. Even to wash our own clothes, it becomes a problem.
Okay.
So it was really not convenient for me. Yes, it was not. My space was like choked. I was not
Okay.
Yes.
So we get your own
You're
is
not
part
able
of
to function.
is part of
Yes,
those
properly.
bad experiences. Go on.
Yes. So it became something that bothered me. I was now looking for someone else so that I'll replace or just move out, then leave her with her own space, because we are not aligned. She has her own way of living and I also have my own, because it was affecting my studies. Imagine you went to school stressed out and you just want to come back to a cool house, a calm house that you just feel peace, then you come back with quarrel, like everywhere disorganized.
Quarrel?
Yeah.
Quarrel with you, or maybe
With-
she was quarreling with her own friends or something like
With
that?
me, because we disagree a lot.
Okay.
Because I don't like a dirty house, a dirty environment, and she's someone that is not that clean. Like she find it difficult to clean her clothes, keep some place organized. She finds it difficult.
Okay.
So if I complain, it becomes a problem. Everybody will now hear us talking and shouting.
And shouting.
Yes.
People that are supposed to be your close roommates.
Yes. And it became something of quarreling. So I just looked for another apartment and I left her with the one, even though I was the one that paid for the rent, like I was the one that found the house. Yes, I had to just move out quietly and leave her with the space.
All right. Now you also can call in and be part of this conversation. Let us hear your experience living with a roommate, whether it's recently, whether it's even now, or even some time ago. Let us hear that experience. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
It's Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about living with a roommate. So what was your experience, whether the good experience, the bad experience? Are you currently even in that situation? You are living with a roommate, whether you're a student, whether you're not a student, because there are different circumstances. Not because some people want to actually live with a roommate, but they just found themselves there because, survival is winning. Yes. So like they're just trying to maybe survive. So what has been the experience, and then how are you even handling whatever the situation is? So Felicity, you were itching to talk while Wandoo was talking. Like your own roommates, we have even worse than what she said. But let's hear you.
No, mine was not worse than what she had. Yes, I lived with a roommate for like a year. I had a roommate for like a year, and my experience with her is between good and bad. It was good sometimes because we usually chat, we usually talk, we had fun, did things together and all of that, had fun together and all of that. But we were different let me not say so many ways, but where we had our differences, right? I mean, it's not everybody that is totally the same with every other person. For instance, I don't like lights like in the room. I prefer like a dark room. But she hates her own is even what she hates. She actually despises a dark room. So we're always arguing, leave the lights on, no, don't leave it. So we even had to like, okay, for now we leave the lights on, then later we'll have to turn it off. That's the conclusion we had to come at. But we're very different in that, because I actually hate light in the room.
Okay.
I love it like dark.
So yours wasn't like a major problem. It was just that issue. Okay, I don't like the light.
Not just that. She had this thing where she usually eats and just leave the plate there. Well, me, I also eat and like leave the plate there, because you know that sometimes after eating you're like, let me just rest for a while. But when I'm leaving the room, I'm actually carrying my own out. But she's like, she leaves her own there for the longest, till she actually feels like taking it out. But by then days are passing, so we had issues about that particular thing. So yeah, mine were not like major issues that much,
but then it's still ones that affected you some way.
Yes, some
okay
way.
So you also can call in and be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
It's Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about living with a roommate. What was your experience living with a roommate? Or if you are living with a roommate right now, what's the experience? Hello? All right, you can still call back and be part of the show. Share with us your experience, living with a roommate, the things that you were even able to learn, from living there, and what you would maybe be doing next, because we find that is like a common issue, especially with younger ones, people that are just trying to like start life, because at first maybe you don't even have everything settled. You're trying to just navigate, trying to get yourself together, and somehow you end up in different issues because of roommates, because of this. And speaking of the friends that you mentioned, Wandoo, I had someone who used to complain about the kind of friends that the roommate was bringing, or the ones that we even come and sleep over. We paid money for the bed together. She said they paid money for the bed together, paid for this together. All of a sudden, when the friends come over, they have to share the same bed. So what about my own comfort? Because at the end of the day, we paid for it. And if it's and if it was something like a one-time thing, it's different.
There'll be no issues.
Yes, you just wanted maybe that person to come that day and then share your space. Whatever you people were doing, it could even be for whatever work you were doing. But there's something that happened like over and over again. It became uncomfortable. And I feel like that's the point, at that point in your life, that if you're not careful, your boundaries are going to be shaky, even privacy, even when it comes to, you can even get influenced, with some kind of things that you might not even want to do in the your roommates are always people, they don't like going to classes, they don't like going to the youth. So if you woke up, after all, my roommate self is to go, she's still moving forward. Like, why don't I also stay back and relax? Like, life is not that difficult, it's still easy for her, different things like that. So you can still call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
That's 0808 427 5464.
It's Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about living with a roommate. What was your own experience living with a roommate? What did you actually learn, from that experience? What would you say are the bad sides or even the good sides? Because not everything is going to have only bad sides or only good sides. And then we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. Let us hear your thoughts on living with a roommate. If you have lived with a roommate before, or sometimes it could even be a hostel. That one you have roommates.
Yes, roommates.
Yes, not just one. You have to deal with so many people. Now, I personally feel like there are good sides or bad sides, or what do people think?
Yes, I feel like there are good sides as well.
So should we start with the good sides or the bad sides?
Let's start with the good sides. We have to start with the good.
Okay, so go on.
The good sides are like if you people are sharing expenses, at least all the expenses are not on your head.
Okay.
People are actually, so for me it's a good side though. For me it's a good side. They shared expenses and all of that. Another thing is you have company. Sometimes when you are living alone, it can get quite lonely to be like alone. But when you have someone there with you, it's like, okay, I have company. You people have fun together. So it's a good thing. At least for me, I'm saying for me from what we know what I think. And then there's help around. Okay, you are not doing everything on your own. You are not doing everything by yourself. You don't have to all those house chores and all of that. You are sharing it with somebody. So yes, those are the good sides. They're
okay.
Good sides.
What do any good sides, or is your own entirely like the bad sides?
No. I have good sides of staying with a roommate. One of it is communication. You have someone to talk to.
Is it that same roommate, like you're taking your experience, from, and then bringing the good side?
No, I had another roommate.
Okay.
And this one, she was like an angel. Yes.
Oh, okay. Why did you share that one with us? You're not sharing the one that was not like an angel. Go on.
Okay. So with this my new roommate, we used to communicate together. We talk. There was this trust, this bond that we share together. Like we do everything in common. We even share clothes. The former one, she would carry my things without permission. Like my team were like hers.
Okay.
She feel free to carry it without, and she would not even take good care of them. She would not wash them. But this one, she takes good care of them. She makes sure that I am well fed. Like she will wake up in the morning, cook. And keep for me, even though she have money lectures. Yes, she'll inconvenience herself just to make me happy.
Okay.
So she'll cook and keep for me. Yes, fetch water, clean the house, cook. There was nothing like disagreements.
Okay, but would she have said the same thing for you? Because this one I'm hearing, she will cook for me. I did not hear your own part of. Sometimes I used to be the one to like cook for her. So would she have said, her own experience too was good? Because sometimes you're able to tell from the way that the person is.
Yes, she will. Because respect is reciprocal. Like what you give me, I'll give you back.
Okay.
So if I wasn't doing it, she would not do it, because there will not be a balance.
It's possible that some people you will not be doing it, but they'll still do it though.
Yes, it's true.
Possible.
Yes.
But in your case, you said that you were doing that, so you should not have left that one out. So before we hear you now, I think, you're just looking for someone that could actually do things for you, and things like that. So this is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I am your host on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. I'm here with
Wandoo Tortya
and Felicity Girgir.
And we are talking about living with a roommate. Have you ever lived with a roommate? Some of them, you live with them and it's not a pretty good experience. For some, it's a really good experience. And for some, maybe you even have them even as friends, even till today. Let us hear those experiences. And what did you actually learn, living with a roommate for some time, for the first time? Even now, you might even be going through that, right now. Let us hear what you think. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
Let us hear what you think. We are talking about living with a roommate. Does he have maybe the good sides, the bad sides? What did you experience? Hello? Okay, you can still call us back on 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
What was your experience living with that roommate? The good side, whether the bad side, because not everyone that experiences just one side. Some people experience the both, and some is more of maybe the bad or more of the good side.
Yes.
So let us hear what yours was like. Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Samuel Tisa.
All right, welcome to the show, Samuel. Where have you called from? Right, so let us hear your experience. We're talking about living with a roommate.
Yeah. Living with a roommate, sometimes it can be really frustrating.
Okay.
And yeah, there's one person that I live with. It was the experience was not that good for me. So this guy, his brother asked him to come and join him, Makodi here. And then I don't know what happened with his brother. He have to leave his brother, so I was living alone. It's not actually in school. I was living alone, so I decided to ask him to come and join me. So, before you know, something that I don't like doing, like I've never bring in somebody like a woman in my room, but she will go and bring his girlfriend when I'm also in the room. Today,
hello.
it's very, very something that I've not even done.
Okay.
His girlfriend will come and be sleeping on my bed, and he will just leave everything scattered in the house. Cannot even wash his clothes, and even if we cook and eat, we just leave it there and go out. So it was just so frustrating for me.
Okay.
So since that time, I just decided I will not live with somebody again.
But how did you deal with that particular situation? Like, did you ask him to go, or did you pack and leave him, or what?
No, I'm a kind of somebody that my mind, I work on what my mind tells me, so I just endure to stay with him.
Okay. All right.
Until his family from the village asked him to go.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing that experience with us. You also can call in and let us hear your experience on 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
Living with a roommate, and it's on Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Call in and let us hear your experience. How was your experience living with a roommate, whether good or bad? Let us hear what it was. Someone shared an experience. Who is the first person to say something about it?
Well, I feel living with a roommate it has a lot of disadvantages. Just imagine bringing someone into the room and you mess the room. I cannot even clean and make sure you the way you kept it, the way it was, the way you met it. You did not leave it the way it was. Then mess it for someone else to come and see it. It's really not.
And I think that's something that is very common with boy roommates, like guys. This thing of I don't know, like bro code. I have come. Yes. Oh, help me out. You know it's more like you help me out. I am bringing someone over now, so like you should just understand and move. That is something I will not understand.
And sometimes they don't even tell you that they are bringing somebody.
Yes.
The person will just show up. Just like
and the
that.
way I will be there, I hope no one ever does that, because I will be there. Like you're looking at me in the eyes and expecting me to stand up, and I will be there because I also have the right to that room. I will not stand up and leave you with the room simply because you decided to do whatever you were doing, you know, and it
Why
was
not take the person to
inconveniencing.
hotel? Why the
Or why not tell your roommate to begin with?
Okay.
Or at least leave the space. From his experience or from what he was saying, he said that when they come, they do not leave the space clean or organized. They just leave it
Yes.
dirty like that.
That-
Maybe
that-
if they did that, then maybe he will not have issues that much.
Maybe
about
it wouldn't
it.
bother him.
Yes.
So you also can call in and be part of the show. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464.
It's 0808 427 5464.
It's Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about living with a roommate. So you can call in and share what was your experience, you know, living with a roommate, or what is your experience if it's right now, and then what would you say are the good sides, the bad side? Let us hear from you. And we spoke about the good sides, but Wandoo, you even started by saying that the bad sides are more than the good sides. So what are these bad sides that you speak of?
Well, the bad side is lack of privacy. If you are staying with someone, you don't have your privacy. For instance, you wake up early in the morning around 12 o'clock to pray, and you are staying with someone. The person doesn't like noise. They don't want to hear voices at midnight. But it's your hobby to wake up and pray. So you feel that you are disturbing the person. So your freedom is you don't have that freedom to wake up and pray or do the things you like doing. Then frequent disagreement. This one, I don't like this. I'm not comfortable with this.
differences.
Yes, the differences are much. Yes.
Like one person saying this thing should be here, but you are like, no, it should not be here. Those are part of the differences.
And some people are actually like troublesome, you know, when you look at it. Some people are actually troublesome. And then it's not all roommates that you can actually trust, because personally it has not like happened to me, but then I saw something some time ago where a girl discovered that her roommates were like taking pictures of her and then sending it to someone, you know, private pictures of her,
to people.
sending them to someone, and then in turn they were blackmailing her, like pay
They were blackmailing the roommate.
yes,
to pay.
for her to pay money so that they will not expose those pictures or something.
Wow.
Hello.
Good afternoon,
Yes.
presenter.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Comrade Jam TV, calling from North Kupaya, Makodi.
All right. Welcome to the show, Comrade Jam.
Thank you very much.
Mm.
I would like to also comment on the issues of staying in an apartment with somebody.
Yes. Go on.
The issue is so challenging, you know.
Mm.
There was a time I accommodated a friend of mine during our school days, and the issue we do face is in terms of cooking.
Mm.
I will be the one to cook, be the one to wash the plates,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives us a lot of disagreements.
Mm.
And sometimes when he cooks, he will eat alone and wash plates and keep as if he didn't cook at all.
Okay.
Another challenge is sometimes we buy sugar, we take garri together, take things, kuli, all those ones, when we buy them together, we'll be using them together rather.
Mm.
So when they finish and when he bought his own now, he will now eat and package it and go and keep in his bag.
Mm.
Okay.
And you know, a person of my caliber cannot go to his bag and be picking sugar or kuli come and take
Yeah.
garri.
Yes.
So those are the bad experience. And sweeping our room is another challenge.
Mm.
I will sweep from semester to the other, and I got tired.
Mm.
So that experience is a very, very bad one.
Okay, but how did you
Right.
deal with it? Did you just endure and just continue?
I just endured. We continued, and after we graduated, I just packed.
Mm.
So when I went to Abuja, he called me that he's seeking for a job. I should look for work for him. I say, so I will look for work. But within my mind, I know that how can this person be coming to stay with me again?
Mm. Yeah, no, that's true.
yeah,
You did a
that's
smart move. All right.
That experience is not good though.
All right. All right.
Except that government have someone that we have a good heart.
Mm.
That we carry you along as a friend or as a roommate.
Mm. All
That's
right.
why you enjoy it. But people that that guy needs that to me.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you so
All
much, Comrade,
You're
for
welcome.
sharing your
You're
experience.
welcome. Do have a nice day.
All right, you too. It's Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and that experience, that you shared.
And then that experience actually reminded me of one of my friends who used to have this male roommate. She's a girl, but she had a male roommate. So the guy, from all the things that she was telling me, she said that he even smokes in the house, and then everywhere is like smelling. That weed, the whole weed smell, and then all of that. He'll bring people. He didn't clean up after himself. Everywhere is just dirty. And then another thing that even made me remember the more is when he said that for her, she actually cooked. Like when she gets money, she'll cook for everybody. But when he has his own money, his money is for him. It's for him and him alone. So his experience actually reminded me of that whole thing. And she was the only person that was cleaning the house. He was not cleaning at all.
A stingy roommate that still have bad character. You still have bad character. You want to eat somebody's own, but then they should not eat your own. So quickly, Felicity, you also talk more about the bad side, because one they told some of the bad sides, from her own maybe experience and things like that. So for you, what are the bad sides that you actually see?
A bad side, these differences that we're talking about, and then bad influence, because a roommate will either influence you in a good way or a bad way. So if you are living with somebody who is more towards the bad side, and you're not like somebody that has that self-discipline and all of that, it's going to influence you a lot, because you find it very difficult to still maintain that good person that you are and all of that. And sometimes these bad people, they'll even be laughing at you and be mocking you, so you just feel like there's nothing to it, let me just blend in. Let me just blend in and all of that. So I feel like that's the major one.
Okay, so like what would you say are ways to actually maybe escape? We cannot say you can even avoid all of them, but at least to actually try it. How can you live? How can you survive? Actually living with a roommate, because I strongly believe that there's someone out there right now who is going through one of these things, and they just have that weight on their mind.
First thing is communicate early. The rules, the boundaries, everything, the expectations, communicate it like from the let everybody know what they are going to get there. And then for you yourself, clean up after yourself, and after setting those rules, like clean up after yourself, so that the person will also know, like, okay, she's doing this thing, so you too, him too, he's also going to have to do it, or him or her is also going to have to do it. So yes, and address problems early. If you feel like he or she did something that you're not comfortable with, then address it like from the onset and all of that. So it all has to do with communicating early and from the start, so that everybody will know that, okay, this is where
I cannot cross.
And Wandoo, you have been itching.
Yes. Well, I feel you should be patient and understanding with your roommate. Yes, whatever the person is doing to you, just be patient and like inculcate good morals to the person. Like talk to the person, understand, show kindness and appreciation, like make the person feel home. Like, oh, I know you've been doing this, but you have to improve on this and that.
With my studies that will come for it to be very hard to just be accommodating to someone, especially like you're a student or you're someone who is trying to like work, or you're dealing with maybe school stress or work stress, and then someone is just out there expecting a certain level of.
But then another thing is that you should learn to compromise. Not everything will always go like the way that you want it to go. Like, this thing must go my way. It must go my way. Yeah. Just learn to compromise. And another thing is, before you borrow anything, like, take permission first.
Yes.
Wandoo, you said something about that from your own experience. So yes, those are my own reasons.
Go on.
Share responsibilities fairly. Like, you guys should have a division of labor. You have to do this, you have to do that. Let not be only be one person that will be doing the whole responsibility. It can be so tiring.
And one thing I would like to add, apart from maybe even living in peace with these people and then avoiding some of these problems, is also like a reminder to actually be careful, because what actually made me to even think of this stuff is that story I shared of someone saying that, realizing that her roommate was taking like private pictures of her and then sending it to someone. In turn, they were like, trying to get money from her with those pictures, or they are going to release it. So imagine living and then you're not security conscious, like you're not conscious of the environment, or even knowing or trusting, and just living yourself. So like, we are all girls, we are all these, we are all guys.
That blind trust.
One day they come and you have a roommate that is involved in maybe some kind of crime or something like that, and then they come to pick the people that are involved. Who can tell that you are actually different from these people? Or who can tell, or you just get in some kind of trouble simply because you were trying to like just live with that roommate and then thinking that, oh, as long as I am different, well, nothing is going to happen. Sometimes it's just like people said, it's better to actually address things early and then deal with them before you allow them to go to that point. So that is it for Speedy Talk today. I hope you've enjoyed your time here with us so far. We have been talking about living with a roommate, and I've been your host on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior. I've been here with
Wandoo Tortya
and Felicity Girgir.
And coming up next at 3:55 p.m. if today is your birthday, then Speedy Kids are going to be wishing you a happy birthday, and by 4 p.m. the Speed Lane comes on right here on our screen, Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And until then, keep enjoying music of your life.
Hello, my Cudi. Asking Radio is here.